Welcome, Christ Las Vegas. We're getting ready for Sunday worship, and this is just a little bit of a sneak peek. We are finishing up our sermon series, I Am the Resurrection and the Life, and this weekend we're going to look at Simon Peter, who moved from regret to new life. Wouldn't you like to move from regret to new life? So we're going to take some life lessons from Peter and see what he was all about. We continue to improve our online worship. If we're not doing something new every week, you need to give me a call or email me and say, Pastor Bill, you're off your game. We need to add a little something extra. So there's new elements to worship. Next week, we've got some other new elements. One of our young people here at church is working on music for me. So it's exciting here at Christ Lutheran Church. Also, not this Sunday, but the week after, we are working with Pastor Jayla, our mission developer with the orphanage in Liberia. We're working with him to get a video because of your generosity, we're able to send him a check to keep the work going there in Liberia. And we'll say more about that, not this weekend, but next weekend. So we have some great content coming up. Every week, we are adding to what we are doing. We have Zoom Bible studies. We have Zoom prayer gatherings and care ministry. We have our meetings online with Zoom. There's all sorts of ways to get connected. So we encourage everyone, join a Zoom Bible study, the Zoom prayer gathering, get involved with our care ministry with Gene Cooksey. We are working to connect people at this time of crisis in our country. We also are working along with our child care center to get opened up again. We are opening for worship this summer, and the child care center is opening for worship this summer. And we are developing a 3-phase plan for opening. And we will move through the stages. It's not like you open it up and it's the way it was. We'll have stages to move forward through, and we'll get word out about our phases of opening in the near future. So this weekend, Simon Peter, moving from regret to new life. I think this Bible passage in 1 Peter chapter 5 says it all. Peter is the first guy out of the fishing boat to say to Jesus, I'm going to follow you. Simon Peter is impulsive. He is the second water walker in the history of the world. And then he sinks like a stone, of course. Peter says to Jesus, Lord, I'll never deny you. And he denies Jesus 3 times before the rooster crows, signaling the start of morning. Then the Holy Spirit comes. Peter gets the Holy Spirit. And here's what new life looks like. 1 Peter chapter 5, Peter writes this letter in the New Testament. And if you read behind the scenes in his words, this is all about being different than he was. So humble yourselves under the mighty power of God, and in his good time he will honor you. Give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares about what happens to you. Be careful. Watch out for attacks from the devil. Peter knows what this is all about as he denied Jesus 3 times, your great enemy, the devil. He prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking for some victim to devour. Take a firm stand against him and be strong in your faith. Remember that your Christian brothers and sisters all over the world are going through the same kind of suffering you are. Peter, he goes from regret to new life. We're gonna talk about that on Sunday. We've got great new worship music we've been working on, and so we will see you this weekend. Actually, we'll have this posted Saturday by dinner time. You can worship Saturday night. You can worship anytime Sunday. You can worship early next week. God bless, and we are so glad you're tuning in.